Hello, YouTubes. YouTube. Hello, YouTube friends and Facebook friends, since I'll probably be putting this on Facebook. Video for today. It is Friday, April 3rd. Wow, April already. Day whatever of the pandemic. My topic for today is the title of the song from Frozen 2 called The Next Right Thing. When all this began, I had been listening to the soundtrack and I realized what a perfect song this was for what we're facing. It can be very difficult to know what to do, how to handle these things. Excuse me, my throat. I get a froggy in my throat. So, it's very easy to feel at loose ends. It's very easy to feel overwhelmed. It's very easy to feel like, what do you do? So I love the lyrics of this song. You know, in the song, she is lamenting. She believes her sister is dead, and she doesn't know what to do. She's feeling completely lost. After speaking on that, she then says, I can do the next right thing. This next breath, this next step, this next choice is one that I can make. And I really, really think this is a very good philosophy to have at this time. It's very difficult to know what is coming down the road. We don't. It is difficult to know how long all these changes will last. We don't know. What we do know is right now we're in the midst of a very stressful situation, a very upsetting situation, a very traumatic situation, which will likely get worse for a little while here. And when you're in a time of extreme stress and overwhelm, it's very easy to get shut down and get into that collapse, like I was talking about a couple videos ago. Very easy. And when you're in that kind of state, it can be overwhelming to try to figure out what to do. So I encourage you to borrow her words, and it's an ant. Sorry. I encourage you to borrow the sentiment from this song of when you're not sure what to do, take a breath, ground yourself, settle yourself, and then simply ask, what is the next right thing? What is the next small thing I could do? What is, and it can be anything. Do a chore, do some dishes, walk around, sit down, lay down a few minutes, get a bite to eat, get something to drink, take your vitamins, have some hot tea, do something relaxing, comforting, or take care of a task you need to, but make it small. Don't assign yourself a whole bunch of anything. Don't do that. You're not going to have the energy for it. You're not going to have the focus for it. And then you're going to feel like, oh, I'm not getting anything done. So be very careful. Structure's good. We need a certain amount of structure. We need containment in a lot of ways. But we need to be gentle and kind about just how much we're asking of ourselves, because everything's going to be more difficult. Everything's going to take more time. So just focus on, for me right now, what's the next right thing? And the most important priority right now is to take care of yourself. Keeping yourself as well as possible, as healthy as possible, as oriented as possible is really, really important. And if you don't feel completely here, completely with it, that's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with you that you're struggling. Try to find what grounding activities you can. Work with your animals, work with your plants, make a garden outside, tend, if you have a yard, tend to the yard, do some physical chores. I am finding that very grounding. I'm working on my garden area out front, and that is very helpful. I've planted seeds. I'm waiting for them to come up. I can take care of my inside plants and, of course, take care of all my animals. Very, very grounding. Doing some gentle movement, very grounding. Sitting on my ball, very grounding. Slow, deep breaths, very grounding. And then sometimes I need a little amping up because I get depleted. And then a quick inhale. Doing some ear rubbing. I like the ear rubbing. It is very invigorating. And just looking at what's the next thing. What is one next right thing I can do? And for me, in this day, my day off, the next right thing was to make this video. And then I've been working on a puzzle, which has been very grounding, really good. I can get hyper focused on it, but it's a good thing. I was working on a puzzle, went to my feed store today. did some, had a session, had a virtual session. So did some good stuff, and did some planning for the weekend as far as, because I was off today, it's Friday, and then I'm off the next 2 days. So doing some planning about like how I'm going to structure the next 2 days. I need a little bit of structure, but it's loose. It's loose. It's not real tight. It's not harsh structure. So do the next right thing. Your next breath, your next step, your next choice. You can make them. So thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful and supportive. And I will see you next time.